Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the second match here with blue-white Jace control. We won the die roll, and yeah, we'd love to play first. I think John is still on Tron, but in the dark, his hand is awkward, but I think it's a keep. So even if we didn't know our opponent was on Tron and we have this Field of Ruin, I think this is ultimately a keep. We have a Detention Sphere, we have two Snappies, which are great in the grind, can even block things early. Looks like opponent's mulliganing to 5. That's rough. That is rough. 4? Oh, jeez. 3? Oh, God. I mean, honestly, if any deck can win on a mulligan to 3, it's probably Tron, right? It's like rip Tron, and then win. I don't know. Hey, I have no idea. Hey, that's an Ancient Stirrings, which probably translates into a land, right? There's his tower. And so it begins. Ooh, Escanta. I was gonna be like, oh, let's just throw out a Snapcaster Mage to, start getting the beats going, but this might just be better. Sure. Chromatic Star. There's his tower. Oh my gosh, no. That is perfect. In fact, it is exactly what we need here. Obviously, our opponent mulligan, but imagine our opponent had like 4 more cards in their hand right now. Like, click is exactly what we would need. We'll see what our opponent's sitting on here. Expedition Map. Wow, they actually have Tron here. That's insane. So we'll take Expedition Map and leave them with Wormcoil Urza's Mine. Yeah, I mean, they're still in it here, right? So we know the only known card in their hand is, wow. Okay, hey. That's what Tron does, right? So I'm not complaining there. We do have an answer for Wormcoil, which is nice. No, I do not want to put Cryptic in the graveyard. So let's go ahead and get in there for 2 damage here, or 3 damage, excuse me. And again, we're gonna want to Field of Ruin my opponent on their draw step, and take him off of Urza's tower here. Like I said, we do have the answer to Wormcoil in hand, but there's just no reason to let the game get to that spot. Urza's power plant, which we know about, is gone. So now our opponent's sitting on Wormcoil, 2 unknowns. Yeah, I don't think Verdict is what we want here. Let's go ahead and smack for 3. So, depending on what my opponent does here, if they go like Tron land into something, Tron land into something, okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. We could go counter target spell. Yeah, let's just go ahead and draw a card. Hopefully we can find something to keep him off of Tron next turn. Again, we don't want them to blow up our only clock. They have Karn? Wormcoil. Okay, sure. They didn't have enough mana for Karn. We just counted that, right? No. So hopefully our opponent doesn't have another threat here in their hand. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, baby! Is it time? Oh, it's definitely time. Oh, baby! We could even just, like, down tick, but I like, I think actually I think we want D-Sphere. And we'll go ahead and path to exile them in their attack step here. And if we can dodge a threat for one turn, we might be in good shape here. Oh, baby! Hey, hey! I found out how draw players get so lucky. Yeah, you just rip it off the top, right? Ghost Quarter. Is it another Worm Coil? Okay. Very beatable here, right? I guess I should have put, yeah, that Flooded Strand on tops. I forgot I had a Scanta, so we did lose a percentage point right there. Yeah, let's just go ahead and keep blowing up Urza's mines. Yeah, let's get an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm okay just de-sphering the Wormcoil engine here. Like, again, I could bounce it, but I'd rather just answer it. Wow. Wow. Did we play a land this turn? I think we did. We played, and yeah, we're just pooping on our opponent here, unfortunately for them. But, yeah. Alright, Ancient Stirrings. Some people have considered this card the need to be banned, you know? Oblivion Stone. Okay. That is quite good. Yes. Yes. Negate. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Before we do that, let's go ahead and Jace. Alternatively, we could have Fate Sealed them, but I think we're pretty well insulated at this point against most things. So what I want to do here, I think, is just go ahead and play Snappy, target my Cryptic Command, and then we will have lethal next turn. Yeah. Bam. Eat it, Tron. Eat it. And we got to see Jace, which is awesome. Same sideboard plan as last time. Geist, Disdainful Strokes, 1 Stony Silence on the draw. Right? And I think what we ended up cutting was 1 Detention Sphere, like 2 Path to Exiles, 2 Verdicts, a Wrath of God, and a Wall of Omens, right? That sounds about right. Yeah. Again, a second Stony on the draw doesn't seem great, although it is a great way to beat Oblivion Stone. 2 Path to Exiles is important from Worm Coils and World Breakers, and we don't need. And we don't need both these spheres, but 1 is nice as utility. And then the rest of the deck is good. Alright. This is such a beating, yeah. UI control does what it does best. Yeah, this hand's iffy, but I'm gonna keep. We have Negate, we have Path to Exile, and we have some nice, like, top end. And we have draw steps, of course, right? Urza's Tower. Sure. Hallowed Fountain. Okay. So far, we are okay. Oh my god. Please no Natural Tron. Please no Natural Tron. We want to play this Flooded Strand out because our opponent might be playing Blood Sun, and we just don't want to get, you know, caught with that in our hand and not being able to crack it. Okay. Ancient Stirrings. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and negate this. If my opponent finds Tron here, then we're in just horrific shape. Search for Azcanta is great because it lets us do something this turn. Hopefully my opponent does not have natural Tron here. Okay, 4 lands. Alright, Spreading Seas, no. So as much as I want to cast Jace here, I think it's actually safer to play it this way. Oh, another power plant. Okay, that's scary. And I think it means we want to click our opponent. No, never mind. Hopefully we find the land off of this, but... Nope, no land. But, again, the longer we can keep our opponent off of Tron here, the better. Okay, natural land drops. Pretty good for my opponent. Definitely. No. I think I want this land. And I want to click here just in case my opponent is sitting on, like, a lot of mana and just 1 threat. Whoops. Again, with our opponent just having natural land drops here, it gets pretty rough. Because even though we played the mana denial game... Ooh, Nature's Claim, huh? We could take the Ulamog here because our opponent can definitely get there this game. Nature's Claim hits only one of the Spreading Seas, not both. So... I think let's go ahead and snip our opponent's hand here. And... take Ulamog. So Ulamog is scary. Of course, if our opponent rips Karn here, yeah, we'll be upset, but I can't say we'll be too upset. Blood Sun, maybe? I wonder how that interaction works with Sanctum of Ugin, if there's a Blood Sun. It is a cantrip, though, right? So... Chromatic Star, sure. It does mean our Thinker forced. Did we know about that? We did know about that. So I think we still know about everything actually. Yes. So here, I like just attacking with Click. If my opponent finds Oblivion Stone, I think I'm going to be rather upset, and I think here I want to apply a clock, right? Jace just doesn't do anything. Gideon at least, you know, makes it a 2-turn clock, I believe, from here on out. Geist does similar things, but Geist is cheaper in case the board gets swept up. So, obviously sitting in hand with no counters for my opponents. Quite a scary board over there, right? They have a redraw, which is essentially 2 more draws here, including their draw step. Yeah, Ancient Stirring is just one of the best cards they can find here. So, Karn won't... Wow, another Ulamog. Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can go ahead and, yeah, they don't have 2 Nature's Claims, do they? Wait, what? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. What am I doing? Oh man, that feels really dumb. Yeah. Yeah, that's Tron. That's Tron, alright. Sure. And my opponent is sitting on a single Grove of the Burn Willows. Alright, so our mana base is still intact, which is nice. Oh man, I can't believe I missed that. I was like, oh, yeah, well, one of them is spreading seeds. No, that's just not how it works. Let's see if we can... Ooh, Snapcaster Mage. I think it's a no. And here I'm going to try to find another land with Jace. Nice, nice. That's another land. Let's go ahead and put Gideon back on top. And hopefully our opponent doesn't find an Oblivion... Oh my god! Ah, Blood Sun, Blood Sun, Blood Sun. Yep. Yep. Hey, if I lose this game, I really deserve to. Whoops. I think whoops is just the best way to describe that. What's nice is Blood Sun at least turns off their Sanctum of Ugin. Alright, cross your fingers, our opponent did not top deck Karn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thragtusk. Okay. Manageable. I would define this sequence of events as manageable. No, Gideon is good, right? I think the line here is Path, Thragtusk. Our opponent does not have another land. Will return target creature to its hand. Play a Geist. And now we have a clock. Okay, and that's important, really important to establish here. It also means just a Karn doesn't kill us. And yeah, Expedition Map, really not scary from this spot. So hopefully Jace can find us some action. I imagine our opponent's going to get another Urza's Mine here, so that way, like a Field of Ruin doesn't kill them. Oh, Urza's Power Plant? Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and put Colonnade in the graveyard. And then I'll go ahead and try to get some card advantage here. Field of Ruin, never mind, right, because they have Blood Sun. They don't care about Field of Ruin. Let's go ahead and get those out of here. We don't even have a good way to shuffle our deck at this point, but we do have Search for Azcanta kind of doing that. Gideon doesn't actually increase the clock here, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep up Sphinx's Revelation and hope we can just dodge one more turn here of something really impactful. Sylvan Scrying, yeah, again, so sometimes the Tron deck just hits air, right? Urza's Mine, yeah. Oh, Sphere. Never mind. I thought we knew all the cards in their hand. I guess we didn't. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here comes the redraw train, basically. Yep. Did they find it? Oh boy. Did they find an Oblivion Stone? That would be like, I think, close to game over here. World Breaker. Okay. Maybe they'll hit our Search for Azcanta. Sure. This sequence I am okay with. Again, Blood Sun shutting off Sanctum of Ugin is just really good for us. So let's go ahead and draw 4 cards here. We know 2 of those are going to be Field of Ruins, unfortunately, but Snapcaster Mage, eh? And a negate. Do we have Cryptic in the graveyard? We don't. I think I'll just go ahead and tempo my opponent out here. I mean, Jace doing some solid work in this matchup, seriously. The question is, do we play Gideon here? I don't think we need to. I just don't think it's necessary, and we're just well insulated across the board. Chromatic Sphere. Let's just deny our opponent of any redraw effects here. And that should be game. Sure. Yep. But then Gideon, I mean, Jace will just bounce World Breaker. And that's how you do it, right? That's how blue-white just beats Tron. And of course, our opponent had some rough mulligans, and our opponent is Richard in this case. But yeah, that's how blue-white gets it done. And Jace doing a stellar job here and just getting card advantage and just tempoing our opponent out once we have a board state, right? Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. That was the second match here with blue-white Jace. I don't think I'm going to do a third match after this. And if this is the last match I do, then I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for watching. And hopefully this opened your eyes a little bit about what Jace can do in Modern. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And stay tuned for maybe another video or maybe not. I have no idea. See you soon. Alright guys, welcome to the closing comments here with blue-white Jace, and wow, so let's talk about the deck, right? So Tron is traditionally a horrible matchup for control variants, right? But blue-white control actually plays on a very important axis, which is this mana denial strategy, right? We play 4 Field of Ruins, 4 Spreading Seas, and that just does so much work in shoring up that big mana matchup, right? And we saw, again, that combination of Seas and Field of Ruin doing so much work against Red Green Tron. Now, obviously, our opponent mulliganed a couple times in those matchups, sometimes detrimentally to like 5 and 3, which is unfortunate, right? We can't necessarily foresee that. But it's still really nice to, be reassured that, hey, this Spreading Seas plan and this Field of Ruin plan truly does work against the big mana matchups. Not always, but again, it increases our percentages incredibly. For example, as turn 2 Spreading Seas, even just slowing our opponent down from turn 3 to turn 4 Tron makes a huge deal. Because that means then we can deploy our turn 3 Field of Ruin, and suddenly it just cascades into this, disruptive element, and eventually we can just, get a mana advantage or mana denial advantage and make our opponent become a fair Magic deck, which Tron is traditionally not, right? Turn 3 Tron is the farthest thing from fair, most people would say, but it is interactable with, right? Spreading Seas allows us to interact with it. So overall, the blue-white shell definitely has legs against the red-green, or the Tron variants, right? Let's talk about Jace, right? So we don't think we saw him match 1, but match 2, I think we saw him both games. And he was awesome, just awesome in game 2 of match 2, right? Just tempoing out that World Breaker, letting us swing in with our sideboarded Geist, and our Snapcaster Mages, and just, man, like once we get that much of an advantage, like his -1 is just incredible. And obviously, brainstorming throughout the turns was awesome too, don't get me wrong, but Blood Sun made that a little less great, right? Because Blood Sun means we couldn't fetch. We were basically just brainstorm locking ourselves every turn. But there's nothing else we could do. But Jace just, wow. I gotta say, Jace, wow. I was overwhelmed by how well he performed in that second match. But overall, I think blue-white control with Jace is awesome. I don't know if we want to be at 3 Jaces. Again, I think that's a little much. At the same time that we do such a good job of keeping the board clear, that, I don't even think it's necessarily wrong to play 3 Jaces. But we have to remember to keep not make our curve too high, because again, that is a great way we can lose in such a brave new world that is this new Modern, right? I imagine a lot of decks are going to be attacking on an aggressive angle, or a big mana angle, and going too top heavy against those matchups can just be absolutely game over, right? So it's important to understand, hey, look, blue-white control is good, it works, but Jace Mind Sculptor definitely makes it even better. However, it doesn't make the deck, like tier 0. You don't need to play an infinite amount of copies of cards of this card in your deck, right? So 2 to 3 copies. Again, I would not go to 4. I think that would be crazy, but 3 copies max and I don't even know what I would cut for it, right? But overall, blue-white control, again, is where I feel really comfortable. Like, you know, blue-white control is my archetype. Jeskai used to be my archetype, but blue-white control, like, I'm just in love with this deck, and I think Jace the Mind Sculptor absolutely pushes it to an even higher competitive level. Whew. With that said, I think we sideboarded well. I think we played well against RG Tron. We played a little bit better than we played in the Sultai Jace versus Green-White Elves matchup in the previous videos. However, I think this shows that Jace is definitely powerful and definitely has room here in the modern format. And I hope you enjoyed seeing Jace in action over the course of those two matches. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you didn't catch the Sultai Jace matchup, be sure to check that out. It would really help me out if you watch my videos and subscribed and liked and all that good stuff. And I do appreciate the support along the way. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Probably as soon as this Jace is legal in in Modern on Magic Online, we will be jamming it in Modern competitive events, and we can truly see how the metagame is going to shake out. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all later.